Hello and welcome to this special edition of the Club Sports Wrap Up, where we are doing preseason interviews with our coaches. Joining me today is Kirk Handy. Kirk, thanks for joining me.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Pat.
So let's talk first off about you're the coach of the men's Division I hockey team, and I know just for those who aren't following your guys the way everyone else has been, talk about your season last year through your own eyes.
Yeah, Pat, we had a great start. We went 8-0 to start of the year and then dropped the next 6 games. And went through a good learning phase last year through those 6 games. I think we hit a good stride kind of in October, later October, when we were able to beat Ohio, and we had a pretty good November. When we got into the second half of the year, again, we were playing well, but then had about 4 or 5 significant injuries to us. And at that point in the season, when you have those injuries, your margin for error is a lot smaller after you lose key personnel. So again, we felt our guys battled hard to finish off the year, but again, we were missing some depth and some experience that we have this year that will make a big difference in our team this year.
And you were talking about how you guys kind of fell off last year. Now, I know only one team can win the grand prize, especially if you're an independent like you guys are, because you don't have that conference title to play for. But a lot of coaches say success is measured not by championships, but by how you're able to get your guys to graduate. Now, talk about how that's what you're trying to do here, especially with the guys knowing that you're bringing in to play this game at such a high, not only level, but at a Christian base too.
Yeah, I think that's a key important part. I mean, we're building guys from a spiritual perspective, from an academic perspective, from an athletic perspective, and that's a tough mix. And one thing that we try and do is set up different environments for them throughout the year that are conducive to that, with our study hall, with our athletic training and strength and conditioning facility that, again, helps build the student athlete. And then from a spiritual standpoint, again, everything that we do, we try and integrate into what Liberty University stands for and what we as a coaching staff stand for.
And now, I know you just talked about the depth not too long ago. Now, I know you brought in some big-name guys. A big key part of your signing class were Mistel and Ward, but also you're losing 2, or actually 3 guys, which is the least amount of guys you've lost. But those guys could put it in the puck of the back of the net, especially defenseman Scott Morangeo and 2 former All-Americans in Boschman and Turner. How do you replace those guys?
Well, I think we score by committee, and I think with our guys being a year older, you look at the guys such as Garcia and Bram Erickson, Danny Logan. You look at these key guys, Christian Garland, Ryan Kerr, guys who have been parts of the team before who haven't necessarily been relied upon for scoring. Now we feel like we've got 4 lines that can score. We feel like we've got 3 lines that are going to be able to consistently put the puck in the net, and then a 4th line that can score but is going to be there to create a lot of time and space for the top 3 lines.
And you talked about that time and space. Now, I know these guys, we've seen that even though your team is a bit older now, got a lot more experience. And these guys showed last year they can't put the puck in the back of the net. But a lot of them are more that physical style type of guy, especially the guys that pick up the garbage goals. They're not going to be racking up 30 or 40 goals like we saw in the past with a couple other key guys. So, does that change y'all's playing style a little bit this year?
Well, I think what it does mean is we have a more balanced attack this year. I think sometimes when you have the Boschmans and Turners who are so offensively talented, the rest of the guys sit back and kind of watch them play and rely on them so much so that if they're having an off game, which happens, that the rest of the guys, the supporting cast, isn't able to step up and make it happen on those nights necessarily. So I think what you're going to see is a more balanced attack this year. I think you're going to see guys who are a year older who are able to kind of take their games to the next level. And we've seen that, to be quite honest with you. Guys like Logan and Bram and Backer and Ballou, key guys who are part of that, freshman, sophomore group last year. We're really looking forward to seeing their games elevate. One nice part, Pat, is we have half of our team is freshmen and sophomores, and half of our team is juniors and seniors. So it's a very good split.
And so, like, now let's talk about, you said what we're going to see this year. No, playing for Liberty, expectations are always to win. And I know you've stressed that the last couple of years to your guys and along with the coaching staff. So is this the year that Liberty's going to be able to host their first banner?
Well, Pat, that's our goal every year. That is that's our goal, and that's what we're working towards. And we started to work very, very hard after the season ended last year. Joe Orlandi and our off-ice conditioning program, we've seen significant results with that. And so we're going to be a lot harder team to play against this year. We're going to outwork teams. We are going to be able to do things because our conditioning is as high as we've ever seen it be, that we haven't been able to do in the past. And I think, what's happened in the past is the, along with that, to try and keep guys healthy through our strength and conditioning program and athletic training program, I think is really going to make our team be able to be in a great place come the end of the year. And that's what it is, right? It's 2 seasons, right? It's to get to the postseason. Then when you get in the postseason, it's to be able to make some movement in the postseason. I think that's the big thing we're going to express to our guys this year is let's get better every night. Let's continue to get better, and let's continue to strive every day, day in and day out, for that national championship here at Liberty.
And you've been coaching on your 14th year now?
Correct, yeah.
And you are closing in on that 300 mark. That's a rare feat that very few coaches in our league that can say. What does that mean to you?
Well, I don't look at it what it means to me. I think of all the opportunities I've had to be involved with great guys, who have come through our program. Back in the day when we were kind of trying to put the footprints of what we have together here, and again, the footprints were laid even before I was here. As a player even. And so, I'm blessed at the opportunity to be able to coach at Liberty, training young champions for Christ, and having the opportunity to work with players is awesome. I really want to motivate our guys, and I really want to have them see their time at Liberty as a really good foundation for the rest of their life. And so that motivates me every day, and along with it, the people we've had on our coaching staffs throughout the years have been excellent, and have allowed me and the rest of the guys, the players, to enjoy great success. So it is a team effort. It's a team effort from the other guys who've coached with us and who've played for us. It's a complete team effort as far as that's concerned.
All right. Well, that's all I have for you, Coach.
Okay.
So thank you for joining us.
Thank you,
good luck
Pat.
this year.
Appreciate it.